Hello, everybody. Welcome to our European Crossroads series. The European Crossroads is a sorcery event in Europe that happened on the 27th of September, not too long ago, near Essen in Germany, where we had 121 players participating. We actually, or the White Rabbit, together with Ulrich Curiosa, recorded the 7 rounds, the very first 7 rounds, to then determine who was going to be in the top cut, the 8 top players, who then had to battle it out on the second day. So we, together with my co-commentators, we will cast and show you all those 7 amazing games, and then also the quarter, half finals, and the finals are also, of course, in the series. Around the table, I have some very well-known figures in the sorcery world. Hi, Geoffrey, thanks for being here. Felix, you as well, Mitch, and myself. I think we all spent a lot of time on sorcery, playing and organizing tournaments, and I'm very happy to be here together with you and cast all of these amazing games. So, Mitch, you were already at the Crossroads event in the USA. What about the European one?
Yeah, so Crossroads is a really big tournament. Obviously, it's like there's the Cornerstone local level, and then there's the Crossroads above that. So yeah, it was pretty sweet in the U.S. I'm sure it was great in Europe. I did not attend this one, so maybe Felix can tell us a little bit more about what it was like in Europe.
Yeah, sure. So it was in the beautiful city of Gelsenkirchen in Germany. It was I think by now the biggest official or the biggest sorcery event in general in Europe. We had 128 players. Pretty stacked. Like sorcery community in Europe is, yeah, we know each other pretty well. So it was a big family coming together. It was super fun, super cool atmosphere. The White Rabbit did a great job of like hosting the event. We had pretty big venue. We had artists there. We had a couple of YouTube content creators there. So yeah, that was basically.
All right, and Niek, can you tell us about the format of this Crossroads event?
Yeah, so it's of course, organized by Ex Curiosa through the White Rabbit. They, of course, followed all the Crossroad rules. So just the standard constructed format, 50 cards in your spellbook, 30 atlases, 7 rounds of Swiss, and then the top cut 8 players would go and eliminate each other until we had one player as a victor. Swap and the Day of Judgment were also allowed, and we also had Heiner from the White Rabbit running around, where you could swap another sorcery card for a real swap card.
Yeah, I really loved the swap thing that they did, and I'm really glad they're bringing it back for SCGCon. So I'm excited to get my second swap at Las Vegas. Geoffrey, do you want to tell us about the meta a little bit, most played avatars and so forth?
Yeah, we had a quick chat with Felix actually a month before the event where we were trying to predict the meta, and I think we were calling, we expect a lot of Druid, a lot of Sorcerer, a lot of Archimago. Turns out that we were right on Druid and Sorcerer. So Druid was the most played avatar with a 31 in total. Second was Sorcerer with 23 avatars total. And then the third one was actually Avatar of Air, dropping to I think 11 or 12, so quite a big drop off. And then long tail of Battle Mage, Pathfinder, Archimago below the 8 kind of mark. So a quite diverse meta. We're going to see many of these avatars in the series that we're going to cover, so you're going to get to see a little bit of everything. And yeah, should be a good time.
Nice. And then Felix, do you want to tell us what was the vibe like day one? Was it more friendly or competitive? And then if you were a part of day two, or like what was your feeling about day two being at the event? Did things get turned up a lot?
Yeah, for sure. So I think like in general, of course, it was like the biggest competitive sorcery event we had by far. So it was a little bit more stacked, of course, but still for a competitive TCG event, it was like very friendly. You saw people being like able to take back their turns, or in general, yeah. Also, like on day two, will see it on the stream. People were like super chill about like most interactions. There were barely any like really issues between players because of like rule issues or something. think it was like overall very, very like player friendly, I would say.
Yeah, I loved that about the Crossroads and the Limited Championship at Gen Con too. Like they did a really good job setting out the rules. There was a whole document about it, and the like you can take back anything if there wasn't new information. I really loved that that little wrinkle that just makes it feel very friendly and still like that doesn't break the game at all. It's still very competitive. Niek, do you want to tell us about the sweet pricing?
Yeah, as is with all the Crossroads around the globe, the prizes are really amazing. Like everybody got a alt tower foil, which was, I mean, I love the art. It's really amazing. But if you want to have a series, you actually had to get to top 8. And then they have these amazing rainbow foils for the top 4, which is a bit, it's a bit tough because if you make top 8, you're even not guaranteed to have them. So it really drives, I think from the top 8, it was super fierce, competitively speaking. Also to get to the top 8, you had to play 16-1, so not a lot of room for error there.
You also get like a playset of the towers, right?
Yep.
Is that top 8?
That was top 8 indeed.
Nice. Okay, and then Geoffrey, tell us about other cool stuff that was there.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously always good to get together with the community. You know, we see each other every 3 or 4 months if you make all the tournaments. It's always a good time. You feel like you're meeting friends or close to family at some in some areas. We had an artist attend the event as well. So Matthias Frisk was there. He had some really cool playmats, Gnome Hollow playmats specifically for the event. Obviously, he's the artist behind Gnome Hollow. And we were blessed with an art reveal. So we saw an early art reveal from Gothic. I'm not going to say the card or what it does if you're spoiler free, but I would recommend you check it out because the art is really great. And yeah, there were a couple of vendors on site. Trolls of the Realm were there. Obviously, White Rabbit, PCG as organizers and funders. So a great time.
Yeah, and to add to that, perhaps a special shout out also to Sophie from Cardboard Guide, making all the trip all the way there. Love their content. Also, Jurgen for Nerd and Proud of It, based in Europe and always present if they can. Special shout out to the Eric's Curiosa team themselves to come up with such a great concept as a Crossroads to really give us that extra push to play competitive sorcery, or just if you're just in for the fun and love for the game. Everybody was welcome and present there. The biggest shout out I would even give to the White Rabbit for an amazing organization the whole weekend, the location, all the judges, especially shout out, they had like 5 or 6 of them, very, very supportive. And then perhaps last, our Sorcerers at the Core Discord also, where we now are currently to help you, support you on your journey, playing sorcery and playing competitive online or offline. So, without further ado, if you like sorcery, whether you're an expert of the game, we will have some amazing games for you. And we will now just jump to round number 1, where we have an Enchantress ready that will battle it out with an Archimago, with somebody here around the table. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and leave any comment that you want, and we'll definitely get back to you. Hope you enjoyed. So see you in our very first round.